evening. I'm Safi. Welcome to Reporters Diary on the Eco of India's Facebook page. This is a live chat program with Eco's team of reporters and editors who bring to you day's development. Before we move ahead, let me share with you the major issues in news today. India's COVID-19 recovery rate has crossed 70% today as a record 56,110 infected persons have recuperated in a day. The Union Health Ministry has said that fatality rate has also gone down to 1.98%. Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has said that the state government will provide soft loans to 1 lakh unemployed youths to help them become self-reliant under Karma Sathi scheme. In a tweet on International Youth Day, Mamata Banerjee has claimed that at a time when the country's unemployment rate is all-time high, the rate has reduced in West Bengal. Centre Cellular and Molecular Biology (CCMB) chief has questioned the efficacy of Russia's COVID-19 vaccine. Yesterday we were discussing the same news, and that's what I also felt that there may be questions which will be raised about this vaccine. So it's now CCMB chief has questioned the efficacy of Russia's COVID-19 vaccine. According to CCMB Director Rakesh K. Mishra, it is difficult to predict the vaccine's efficacy without proper data. The Delhi government will be inviting corona warriors, including a plasma donor, a nurse, and a doctor to Independence Day function, which will be held at the Delhi Secretariat. Maybe it's not a function in that proper sense. Maybe it's just the flag hoisting and other parts which are associated with observing or celebrating the Independence Day usually. According to Delhi's Labour Minister Gopal Rai, there will be no cultural program this year. That's also very clear. Prayers continue for speedy recovery of Pranab Mukherjee in his hometown in West Bengal as the condition of the former president remains critical. Now I am joined by our team of reporters and editors. So we will just move on with the other news. First, I'm joined by Asmita. Asmita? Yes.
Today West Bengal government launched a new scheme for youth.
Yes.
And on the
Asmita, can you hear me?
National Youth Day. And that is called Karma Sathi Prakalpa. And about the scheme, Mamata Banerjee tweeted that 1 lakh unemployment youth would be provided soft loan and subsidies to make them self-reliant. And also, she claimed that unemployment rate in Bengal reduced by 40% when whole country is witnessing 24% joblessness. And also, when whole country's corona cases increasing day by day, Bengal today crossed 1 lakh mark of corona cases.
Right, so Asmita, this is about the unemployment and the scheme related to it. Reddy, what do you have today?
The First Nation story that I have today is...
Reddy, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes,
The
Reddy?
First Nation... The First
Yes,
Nation
please. What are the major stories at your end?
The First Nation story that I have today, Vice President of India M. Venkaiah Naidu said, since the younger generation of the country needs to know about the different shades of the freedom movement, he stressed an urgent necessity to provide a comprehensive, authentic, and objective account of valors of the freedom fighters. Another story that I have today is, following the COVID-19 pandemic, the Dahi Handi festival was a low-key celebration in Mumbai this year. Because of the social distancing norms, the enthusiasm was not in the high pitch as it is used to be in the previous years.
All right. We'll move on to Shumanta. What are stories at your end, Shumanta?
Yeah, am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah.
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. The first story is that the Bengal National Park in Shiliguri. There's a good news for Bengal National Park as well as for the entire state. Tigress Sheila has given birth to 3 cubs, and with these 3 cubs, the total number of Royal Bengal tiger population in Bengal Safari Park increases to 7, and the total number of cubs of Sheila increases to 5. The sex of these three new cubs has yet to be determined because the forest officials are unable to go near to Sheila or her cubs now. If you remember, Shafi, in 2018, Sheila gave birth to two other cubs who were named by the Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, Rika and Kika. So this is a good news for the nature lovers, the tiger lovers who visit the Bengal Safari Park, the main attraction in Siliguri regularly.
There seems to be some kind of technical glitch there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So actually, three new cubs in Bengal Safari Park in Siliguri, taking the total number of Royal Bengal tiger population in Bengali Safari Park to 7. Tigress Sheila has given birth to 3 new cubs.
Okay.
The sex of the cubs are yet to be determined because the forest officials had not been able to go near Sheila and her cubs. Sheila gave the birth to these 3 cubs early this morning, and with this, the total number of Royal Bengal tiger population increases to 7. That is the first story. Okay? Hello?
Okay. Yes.
The second story
yes.
is that. And the
I think
second
we are
story
having some
is that.
technical issue today. Yeah.
The second story is that Ganapati Bappa Moria, this chanting of this Ganpati mantra will be at a very low key in Siliguri this year because of obviously the COVID-19 pandemic. The organizers say there will be no theme puja, there is no major processions, only pujas will be offered in the traditional manner, that too social distancing norms. People can offer prayers, but that too maintaining the social distancing norms. These are the 2 major stories from Siliguri as yet.
Right.
And from Sikkim, there's a major story
Alright,
that
we
the
move
health
on to. Yes.
Sikkim, there's one more story.
Yes, please. You want to go ahead.
That is recently the Sikkim Health Department has transferred 2 of its staff who were instrumental in implementing the HIV prevention project in Sikkim. So this transfer has created a ruckus in the Sikkim Health Department as well as the drug dealers. The drug dealers protested today, claiming that the transfer of these 2 staff will hamper the process of HIV prevention in Sikkim to a great extent. As you know, the entire Northeast, the HIV is no less a pandemic than the existing COVID-19. So this is the story as of now from Sikkim.
Alright, we move on to Purvi. Now let's hear stories at your end. What are the major development, in Purvi?
The major development here in Andaman is reopening of school. The Directorate of Education, Andaman Nicobar Administration has finally formulated a standard operating procedure and proposed a shift system for classes 6 to 8 standard for reopening of school. Morning 8:30 a.m. to 11:30. As we know, because of this coronavirus, all the schools are closed, colleges are closed, and the education system is highly affected. So for reopening of school, they have asked comment before August 14th, and morning 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. first shift will be there with 50% of students, 6 period of 30 seconds, 30 minutes each, and the second shift would be 12 noon to 3 p.m. So this is something good for the students and coming from the education department. The second is more than 70% tested COVID-19 positive on Tuesday, and although while 60 are recovered also. But the rising active cases also of coronavirus extended the lockdown till August 18th. And Chief Secretary Chetan Sanghi also keep on requesting the people to wear masks, to follow social distancing, or not to go unnecessary out. And the district administration of South Andaman has issued guidelines for the movement of persons during the lockdown from midnight 11 till midnight 18. First lockdown was from August 4 till August 11. But because of the rising number of coronavirus, they have extended for a week again. and the flights which are flying and the passengers who are coming from mainland. For that, the state transport department has deployed buses in the airport, and the private vehicles are strictly restricted. And people who are going for the purchases for the grocery and all, the chief secretary has requested to buy from the nearby shop. So these are the major development here in Andaman.
All right, Gracia, thank you so much. Aspika, Riddhi, Sumanto, thank you everyone for joining Reporters Diary. Viewers, this is all we have today in Reporters Diary. See you tomorrow again at 6:30. Take care. Goodbye.